Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi, moi. Ooh, ooh. Look at that. Ravens first half -6. Easy peasy. Not even betting tomorrow. Go 2-0 on Saturday. Call it a week. I'm fucking betting the Eagles tomorrow. We're betting the Eagles. The under, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna see because I don't think we see a softer Baltimore defense in the second half. Drew is just getting set up. I'm gonna bring him in now. That's Vikings are dead. They're dead to me. They're dead to everybody. So we put Derp Dog up. Derp Dog.
Whoa, Derp Dog.
Do you remember Derp Dog?
I have a
It's
great
like a
story
throwback
about
from
Derp
like
Dog.
early.
I'm gonna say 2017 was Derp Dog. Yeah, I went through a whole saga of backing up photos, and I went through 2017 and 2018 photos, which was a lot of screenshots of prices for tennis matches,
Yeah.
and NFL schedules with predictions and bets, and and Derp Dog.
And Derp
Derp
Dog.
Dog.
Yeah,
Well,
no more. I don't have anything good. I have that Hemingway
amazing.
thing, and Dog had to go up there.
Why are the Vikings dead? Because of the loss to the Lions? The Linos killed the mural?
Yeah, the art thing, the wooden thing, it doesn't have the mojo anymore. So we're putting Derp Dog up for a week. See if it fixes it. He does. Yeah, he's got Mike Tomlin's dead eyes. What do you think of that? What do we think of that first half?
He does look like Mike Tomlin to me. I will say this real quick about your Vikings, about Southern California, about everything. The Year of the Dragon can go fuck itself. It is going out like
so far.
It is flaming our asses on the way out of town, and I fucking hate it. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed. I'm not in a good state of mind, man. Texans won, great. This game probably still stays under, but who the fuck knows? This game feels very Steelers quitty to me. I don't know.
Yeah, if you did have the under, you were kind of loving that last play. Like, oh
I
my
know.
god, is he?
I know. I was
to,
like, yes, take a sack, take a sack, take a sack, take a sack. Oh no, and then he threw a touchdown.
No, and Drew, just because other people have asked to, you're fine. You're
yeah. I'm well
you're
out of
way
harm's way.
on the south side of
well out of harm's way. Yeah. I live in Long Beach, and Long Beach was completely spared. We didn't even have the winds that were ultimately propagating this. And like, I look, man, I have so many thoughts about this, and I don't want to belabor this halftime podcast with them, but like the tone of a lot of the coverage now is like blaming people and like this could have been done better, and why wasn't this reservoir water available? Like from someone who is plugged in to critical infrastructure for emergency purposes to my core. Let me tell you that this was completely unavoidable. This fire was moving 5 football fields in a minute with 90 hurricane force winds. Like no fucking firefighting operation was going to stop this from burning the entire Palisades. Like this was just the wrong place, wrong time. And honestly, it was, it was a bad circumstance of 2 years of heavy rainfall that really just like propagated fuel in the foothills, and like you couldn't have cleared brush, right? Like clearing brush would have been like clear cutting the mountains, right? Like that's what we would have been talking about, and like no one in those neighborhoods would have okayed or greenlit that, let alone the environmental people who don't want you touching that shit anyway. And then on top of that, like yeah, there was like this was unprecedented. And there is no lessons learned. There's nothing to take away from this. There's no being more prepared next time, which is why this is so tough. And it's like, as human beings, you unequivocally look to like some solace in the form of, well, we're going to learn something about this and do better next time. And I got to tell you, man, I'm struggling to find anything to say that should have been done differently, could have done better. Seriously, like this was just a disaster. Anyway,
Well, I mean, it's funny. I almost tweeted it out, but I hate getting into these conversations. But it was something that's been on my mind too, because it's like, disasters and bad things used to bring out the best in people, and it's kind of bringing out the worst in everybody. Like, why is everybody being so shitty about this?
Dude.
Like, a lot of people lost their
Yeah.
homes. It was bad. 11 people died. Like, let's
Dude,
go. Yeah,
they don't
we
they
should
they don't
get to this game. Hey, we'll
dude,
do this in
they
overtime.
they don't know the total cost at all. All of the preliminary estimates are low. This is going to be this is going to surpass Katrina in terms of dollar signs of financial impact.
We're gonna miss the second half kick. We got to make it back quick.
Like every block that got wiped out in the Palisades is over $100 billion $100 million in real estate. So this was extremely fucking disaster. And yeah, they don't even know how many people died yet, because honestly, it was anyway. Under.
It's 20. Our friends over at Profit Exchange, you can offer on 41, you can offer on 40 and a half, 41 and a half. There's a bunch
20?
of liquidity at 40 and a half. It's 20. Juiced. That's about even juiced out. The Ravens are 4-point favorites.
I guess I like that more than I like under.
I kind of just, it feels like.
What do you think?
A garbage touchdown. It does feel like,
or a pick six.
13-7, 14-7.
A defensive touchdown. Yeah. A defensive touchdown or I don't know, like 6-0. Yeah.
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 I'm gonna go with that. I do like that better.
Ravens better than the under. I'm already holding a lot under at a somewhat similar enough price that I don't really feel like doubling down on the under.
Yeah, I feel like there's a certain point where, like you say, we might get some quit from both teams, and one of these defenses is much worse.
You get the general sense that I don't know. I have not loved seeing Lamar Jackson put himself in harm's way so often in the first half.
11 carries, and it's not like he's running hard.
I know it. I know it. Every time I'm like, I look away. I don't want to see the play end.
They are struggling with this read option. It looks like the year that Harbaugh really released Kaepernick with this. Yeah. But it was early on, and teams weren't good at defending it yet, and he was just trucking.
I wish they had kept this in their fucking pocket for the Bills game. This is diabolical. I love it, but I don't want to see Lamar get hurt in this game doing it, and I don't want the Bills to be prepared for it. I'm kind of annoyed that they're running this, if we're being honest. Am I crazy?
No, I mean, you got to beat this team, though. You can't take this team lightly. And it's not like they don't know. It's not like this is some secret that they have a good running game and they have this in their bag. I mean, outside of the Henry Wildcat play, a lot of it has been stuff that we've seen all year. Just lots of it. Lots and lots. And that one drive, they didn't throw the ball, Drew. It was 13 runs. I mean,
yeah, I saw nasty. I was like, yeah, cool.
I was going to talk. I'm going to take. It's not a good bet.
The funny thing is, when we previewed this game, and that was what we were previewing, which was 4-yard run, 2-yard run, rinse, repeat.
Yeah,
and they did that for an entire drive, and it wiped out a quarter of the clock.
Without Zay feels like 50-50 next week. If I had to give that a slight bump, it'd be less or more 51%. He does not play. It doesn't feel super hopeful, but I think with the extra day coming off the Saturday, maybe there's a chance. Obviously, they're going to play on Saturday game again, I think. This is a good one from Brian.
Are they? Are they? No. Here's what I got to ask you.
I think that's 50-50.
Here's what I got to ask you. Because, why not? Why wouldn't the Texans play the Saturday game, right?
There's two.
I know, I don't think it's going to be AFC Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Well, God, if Baltimore does get pushed to Sunday, that's one more day for him. That's nice. That would help.
I will be honest with you. If I was scheduling the playoffs, I would put Saturday night Baltimore, Buffalo, and I wouldn't even think twice. Barry, Houston,
KC,
KC in the early. That's the early Sunday game.
let's
Like
assume the Bills win.
put that at the 1 o'clock Eastern kick on Sunday. Let's assume the Bills win, and let's put although Bills are playing Sunday, so they're gonna make that game Sunday. They're gonna
where
make
do
that
you
game
put-
Sunday. That game's gonna be
where do you
Sunday.
put,
Fuck, man. I
Where
don't
do you
want
put
this
Washington,
game.
Detroit?
Well, so somebody who plays Sunday is gonna have to play. Okay, so all we know is that the winner of mini.
Yeah, that's a
Mi-
Sunday game.
all
They're
we
not
know
going
is
to
that
go Monday to Saturday.
all we know is that the winner of Mini versus LA at Arizona is going to play on Sunday. The other game will be contested on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
If it's Philly Tampa and they put that in the night game Saturday slot, that's going to suck.
That might be a fun one. See if Cohen can figure out that defense. I don't know.
I think you put Philly Tampa in the early slot on Saturday because it's equal rest for those two teams. Like it's short rest but it's equal. Put them on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. Put Buffalo, Baltimore Saturday evening. Houston, KC gets Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon is Detroit versus whoever wins. LA versus Minnesota at Arizona. Shocked they moved that game.
I got tagged
Shocked
in
they
the
moved that
Dogs
game.
channel. Someone tagged me in the Dogs channel of the Discord to show me their picture. It does kind of look like Derp Dog.
Derp. You used to have a dog that looked like Derp Dog.
I had a rat terrier. Yeah. R.I.P. I got it. I'll show you a picture. My wife. So
what was that? The dog had a great name.
Lizzie and Louie.
Lizzie and Louie.
So when I first got out on my own, I got a dog because I was lonely. And then the wife moved in and we got another dog because the first dog was fucking stuff up, like constantly chewing on stuff, wrecking stuff. They said if you get another dog, they'll play with each other. And it actually worked. And both of those dogs lived well past like 15 years. And they both passed, a few years ago within like 8-9 months of each other, I think. And she got me a Christmas present this year, a picture of them, a big wall-mounted photo of them, but in like Victoria, the ones.
Oh yes,
they're in like fancy clothes.
I love it.
Yes,
I love it. I
pretty
love
pleased
it.
with that.
I love it. God, that's good.
We're a 40-year-old couple, Drew. We're a 40, and you're in the same boat. We're a 40-something couple that's been together for 20 years. What do you even get each other anymore? It's got to be shit like that,
Of course, yeah, of course. No, that's phenomenal. What year did you guys get married?
2009.
When in 09?
Don't quit.
What month, man? Just what month?
June? No, it's June. It was summer.
Oh, June, okay. I'm ahead of you by 2 months. We got married in April of 09. That's funny, man. Although I know that I've been with my wife longer, for sure. Because I hope if the math works out, it would be spooky if you've been with your wife longer. But yeah, that's funny. Oh wow, wild, good shit, man. The Derp Dog.
Where are you right now?
I'm in coastal Oregon right now.
Oh, I forgot you're going to play Oregon.
Yeah, Mammoth next weekend, and then yeah, maybe another weekend before the Super Bowl. Sounds like I'm going to New Orleans, which is exciting, but also stressful. The NBC's hosting this year, so that'll be exciting.
Oh, there you go.
Excited to break some bread with a lot of our industry friends. But yeah, the so far Oregon has been phenomenal. Like
obviously, Oregon.
Yeah, I'm right in your neck of the woods. I'm up by I'm just south of Cannon Beach. South of Cannon Beach. I'm in a place called Arch Cape. You ever heard of that?
I don't remember. I just remember we went there. We went to Astoria. We went to Multnomah Falls, which was by accident. Like we just had to
Because
go
you
to
went
the
the wrong
bathroom.
way. You went the wrong way up the Willamette Valley, and you had to up Multnomah
Well,
Falls.
we were leaving from like Oregon to go back to like maybe Yellowstone. So I said
Mm.
we'll go this way, and there's like a rest stop almost, and then there's just Multnomah Falls. It's like, oh, there's huge.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
go look at this. We got
Whoa.
time.
What a rest stop. Yeah, no, I don't think you can see it, but we have our own little haystack here. It's a little too dark to make it out, but it's been lovely. It's in the 40s, so it's a little on the
Oh, here
cold
we go.
side, but
Here we go. I found the picture.
um
Look at these little gentlemen.
hell fucking
It's just hanging
yes.
up in the, it's just hanging up
Well
in the living room
done.
now.
Well done. That's awesome. That's fucking great.
Well, how
That's
you
fucking
feeling?
great.
How are you feeling about the Texans as a long-term prospect? It does feel very one and done, right? Considering the ask going up against Chiefs off the bye, like of all the upsets we might see next week, kind of feels like the unlikeliest because getting
I
200
I will
yards in interception
no,
returns.
let's okay. I'll air some cold hard honesty. When the Texans scored to go up 7-6, I had the world's most clear and obvious exhale of relief because the first quarter and a half was so painful as a
Their
Texans
offense looks
backer.
so bad, so
The
bad.
interior offensive line was getting beat so aggressively, so consistently, and CJ Stroud just looked lost. The arm punt from deep in his territory was just like, okay, wow, he doesn't have it today. And then the defense coming up with the pick immediately, I think, swung the momentum back in their favor. Hat tip to Kamari Lassiter. That was a fucking man's play. That pick that he had to take the ball away from Quentin Johnson was fucking awesome. I know he didn't take it away from him, but he got in front of him. And then, I would say that Justin Herb came unraveled. He's going to have a little bit of monkey on his back kind of talk next year, which is probably a reason to back the Chargers next year, because otherwise I thought the Chargers were really well coached, really, really well prepared. They were ripping the ball out constantly. They felt like the sharper team, I thought, but the bounces went against them at key moments, and then the game just got away from them, and then it was over. The pick six was kind of the decider, right?
Yeah, they definitely need another outside receiver. I mean, the Quentin Johnson
Oh, the
experience is
Chargers,
just,
yeah.
yeah. Somebody mentioned that on Twitter, just tweeting at the deep dive account, and I said it's kind of like it was kind of the Penny Sewell, Jamar Chase thing, except I mean, Jamar Chase is like generational, but still, can you imagine like
And so is Penny
BTJ?
Sewell, apparently.
Yeah, Penny Sewell's very good as well, but can you imagine
Did you
like
see
Brian Thomas Jr.
just
on this team?
the millionth deep dive shout out to Kevin Cole? He did an exercise to try to rate the non
Offensive
QBs.
Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Number
I
one
read
was
that.
Chase, and number two was Sewell.
Yeah,
I had a belly laugh when I saw that. Amazing.
I enjoy that because he fully embraces the scientific process and he doesn't deviate. He doesn't try to put his finger on the scale at all. He says, "This is how I think I should go about this."
Yeah.
And then he does it, and then he
Yeah.
presents it, even if it is like, "Hey,
I'm
what
not,
if it was a tackle?"
And just like for clarity, my belly laugh wasn't like, I can't believe he's undervaluing
No,
Barkley
no.
and Henry. My belly laugh was like, that those two players ended up 1-2 is amazing.
That's
And
very,
I
it's very
agree
funny.
with it. I agree with it. Like Sewell has been amazing this year. Although like
Tied together by a meme.
offensive line is tough. Tied together by a meme, but offensive line is tough to single out one guy because one guy doesn't matter as much because it's like a unit thing.
Yeah.
But still, like Sewell's amazing, Chase is amazing. And hopefully that the choice of alt over Neighbors isn't going to haunt the Chargers, or the choice of alt over Neighbors or Brian Thomas Jr. or Brock Bowers. Like the receiving options in this last draft are going to go down as some of the best of all time. And we're not even in the Marvin Harrison Jr. We don't even know what he ends up maturing to. We don't know what Roma Dunze matures to. Yeah. Like there is some freaking star power. Lad McConkey. Like they got one. They got Lad McConkey, but they needed a Lad McConkey and a Brian Thomas Jr. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. To go back to the question, we don't know. There's no market yet for KC, obviously, because it might not be KC Houston.
There were hypotheticals up.
5.5 was it? What was the number?
So hypotheticals were 7 or
5.5.
7.5.
I thought you said.
I asked somebody in the chat earlier, and they had grabbed all the hypotheticals earlier, because I said I went and ran my shit, and I said 6.5 plus maybe a little extra for the break, but a touchdown feels right.
7.
Yeah, it's an adjustment from the first game, but
I gotta tell you what, man. As uncomfortable as it was being on the Texans today, if it's 7.5, I probably am going back to the well. That's a big fucking number.
It's a lot, but it's still Kansas. It's a road game, and that offense didn't look great. I mean, their best offensive play in the first half was a fumbled snap.
No, Nico Collins, dude.
Half of football.
Dude. Nico Collins is healthy. Am I wrong?
Yeah, he looks great.
He's one of the most important players in football right now.
Found him a couple times in the seam, and it's like, oh, that's a nice 20-yard reception. And then it's like, oh, he's not getting tackled there either. It's
honestly,
it's actually,
I can tell you how every Texans possession goes. You ready? First down, Chris Jones sack up the middle. Second down, Nico Collins 20-yard reception. Third down, Chris Jones sack up the middle.
How about that? How about that sequence? That sequence in the second half where it went sack,
yes,
million-yard touchdown.
It's crazy. I don't think Houston
Super Bowl.
I don't think Houston's drawing dead. Houston could be the spoiler for KC.
I like that under at 41, 42. I think it should be 40.
Okay. This is oh no, you're making a face. I don't like that.
Oh, I can't believe he held on to that ball.
Who was it?
A good throw by Russ. I gotta give him credit.
Did you think that the OPI on Pickens was a little ticky tack?
No.
You thought it was clear and obvious?
Push off I've seen
in slow-mo it was obvious, but in real time I was like
on full speed, it was like he shoved his shoulder. So a savvy vet will push off, but their hands they have them in tight, they're tight with each other, and it's just subtle, it's low, it doesn't look like it. They make it look like they're just trying to bring their arm up. He did extend. Yeah, so they're making it look like I'm just trying to get my arm free of this guy.
Yeah.
This is shoulder shove. The guy falls down. You catch.
Could use some space. Thank you.
It was pretty bad, and you knew he was going to pout after that too. But I mean, it was a good throw. Yeah. Just there was too much coverage, and that's all you can do is shove a guy.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So the Steelers are driving, I guess, is what I get at. I'm trying to watch it in the background, but I can't see it. The angle's poor for me.
We got a third down here. Another third down.
I guess my general thought is I don't think that the Chiefs are like I don't know, man. If it's under 7, if there's some weird enthusiasm for Houston, like people wake up and they're like, "Oh my God, we've been underrating the Texans," and they're like 6.5, then I'll lay the Chiefs. But if it's over a touchdown, I guess I'm just taking the Texans.
So people bet, Houston. The market took money.
This is gonna be tough. Yeah, but not enough. It should have closed the pick.
I know, but I mean, just basing how bad their offenses looked, I guess I get it. And these third downs are killing me.
Oh, is Pittsburgh going to score a touchdown on this drive?
I mean, so it's funny. You know what I landed on today, Drew? Was just I said I love Houston's defense. I hate their offense, and I'm not so sure that the pass rush isn't going to really bother Herbert. So I just played a Chargers team total under. There was a 23 on Bookmaker. Yeah, I mean it was 125 to the under, but it still felt very much like stealing because I was looking. I'm like I'll play if I can find a good price on 21.5. I think I'll play it. And then I go and there's a 23. I said, well, that's not correct, is it? And of course, they score in their first 2 drives, and they get that turnover. But it did feel like that one was always a good one. Obviously, once we got going in the game.
Okay. Yeah, Houston D is kind of interesting matchup. Funny, I got to rewatch that Christmas Day game. Was it Christmas Day or the 21st? It was the 21st. It was the early game.
Yeah.
With Houston, KC. Like, again, just from memory, it felt like Houston was kind of alive in that game. Yeah, and I had KC. Like, I bet KC in that game, and I was like, they're going to cover, but Houston played it up, I thought. And I don't think they're obviously not going to be shell-shocked in that environment. They were just there.
It's colder now.
It was cold that day.
It's colder. I don't know. We'll see.
If it's a 1 p.m. kick, then I don't know that I'm scared.
Yeah, if I'm Kansas City, I want a night game. Nighttime at the Arrowhead.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Way better.
You'd much rather have Saturday night than Sunday morning if you're KC.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because they've already had plenty of rest. What do they care about playing on one extra day? If I have another, every third down is a moon ball here. I guess we're gonna lose this. We've been cold as shit on second halves for like 2 weeks. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna push
Steelers touchdown. God damn.
Every third and long.
Yeah, well, Steelers got a touchdown.
All right. I'm calling it then. We're done. We're done with this horse shit.
Well, I'm sorry, man.
Not help the under.
Sorry. I don't know how long we've been cold for, because we have only done 2 or 3 of these since the middle of December.
It just feels like the last 2 or 3 have been a little rough.
Yeah.
Wait, it's how it goes.
I was dead wrong on streaks. I was dead wrong on Lino's bikes. I thought that was an over Vikes, and it ended up under Lino's. So
yeah.
I thought this was an under Ravens. It's going to go over Steelers. That sucks.
I like the under in the early game. I just didn't.
Now I got to sweat my under 44.5 and everything. God damn it. I saw some support on the over on the close on this one, and I got a little pit in my stomach.
Oh no.
Not good.
I saw that too in the early game. There was some late steam that brought it back up to 42, which I wasn't sure what that was. I didn't understand what it was about. Obviously it got there, but
didn't love it.
Under suspicious circumstances. So hey, we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow night. I'll go let you hang out in your
all right, man.
Here.
I'll be home.
Are you just chilling by yourself, or are you with coworkers or someone?
Oh no. With friends and family. Yeah.
I thought this was kind of work trip.
Yeah. I got a little bit of work done, and then a little bit of wine tasting, and a little bit of rock hounding.
It's like how I went on a work trip once. Told the wife I had to go to Boston for 3 days, and I did a bachelor party on Nantucket. It was networking.
Synergy. Yeah.
Synergy, guys. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll do halftime tomorrow night. We're going to get one right one of these times. Honestly, this one might turn out right. Who knows? 14-7, second half.
If it turns out all right, I'm going to lose my full game under, so I'm going to be pissed either way.
So maybe they'll take that touchdown away.
That'd be nice.
Doesn't seem likely. So I wish you guys a good Saturday night. Good luck in the early games, and we'll catch you tomorrow night.
I really thought we were going to get a shutout by the Ravens, dude. This sucks.
They look good. They let some guys loose on third downs. I think they'll get a little more serious now. That's the last point we see from this.
Did the Steelers bench Pickens or something? Like, was it all Austin? Who was catching the thirds?
On that drive, the third down was
Freiermuth and Austin.
It was Austin. The other one was Mike Williams.
Okay. So they're going away from Pickens. They
Van Jefferson.
Okay. So they're literally okay. All right. So we're in the Pickens. We're in the Pickens decoy mode. Is he even getting snaps? Or they're just like calling that big boy?
I'm sure he's on the field. He's still going to draw coverage. Like just go run some go routes, buddy.
All right, man. Well, I'll check you tomorrow. See you then.